Imagine a world where bell-bottoms ruled the fashion scene, and disco balls were the glittering stars of the night. The year was 1976, and on the small screens, a quirky sitcom known as Three's Company was about to usher in an era of uproarious laughter and unforgettable moments. If you're old enough to remember, cast your mind back to that first time you tuned in. Jack Tripper, a man pretending to be gay to live with two lovely ladies, Janet and Chrissy, without raising eyebrows. Oh, the comedic chaos that ensued. As the catchy theme song played, the swinging doors of the Regal Beagle beckoned, and you couldn't help but tag along on this hilarious journey of misunderstandings, flirtations, and one-liners that still tickle your funny bone to this day. And if you're yet to experience the charm of Three's Company, you're in for a treat. So, join us as we rewind the clock to revisit some fascinating facts about the show that had us all doubled over in laughter. And maybe, just maybe, y'all be inspired to relive some of its memorable moments. Get ready for a trip down memory lane. Three's Company, a popular TV series that aired from 1976 to 1984, originated from the British sitcom Man About the House. Set in a Southern California apartment, the show revolved around a trio of roommates, Jack Tripper, who pretended to be gay to live with Janet Wood, and Chrissy Snow due to their conservative landlord's strict rules. The series was known for its slapstick humor, farcical misunderstandings, and the sexual innuendos that arose from the premise. Jack, Janet, and Chris's comedic interactions, and the later inclusion of characters like Mr. Roper and Larry made it a staple of 70 seconds and 80 seconds television. The show's lighthearted, somewhat risque tone, and the enduring appeal of its characters left a lasting mark on popular culture, paving the way for similar sitcoms, and its influence can still be seen in modern comedies. Three's Company was an iconic sitcom that combined humor and social issues in a unique way, leaving an indelible legacy in the world of television. In the 1976 TV series Three's Company, Don Knotts stood up for Susan Summers during a pay dispute. In his biography Andy and Dawn by Daniel Devise, it's revealed that Knotts had a similar experience on the Andy Griffith Show a decade earlier, when the rest of the cast shunned Susan during her pay raise demands and boycott. Knotts took a stand. He approached Joyce, DeWitt, and John Ritter, who were ignoring Suzanne, and said, "Excuse me, I'm going to go talk to Suzanne," showing his support. This incident highlighted Knotts' loyalty and support for his fellow actors, even in the face of conflicts. It shed light on the complexities behind the scenes of the popular sitcom. Three's Company, the popular 1976 TV series, holds a unique place in television history. While there are interesting aspects about the show, the one worth highlighting is that John Ritter, who played Jack Tripper, is the only cast member to appear in every episode. This is a testament to his enduring presence in the series. John Ritter and Joyce DeWitt are the only main cast members who stayed on the show for its entire run. Their consistent presence helped anchor the show's success over its 8-season run. One intriguing detail about the pilot episode is that Jack says, "Well, you know you have to learn to trot before you can gallop." Who said that? The audience's laughter at this moment was John Ritter's way of paying homage to his late father, Tex Ritter. It's a touching connection between the actor and his family. These facts underscore the enduring legacy of Three's Company and its beloved characters. John Ritter's presence and the long-term commitment of key cast members contributed to the show's enduring popularity. A peek into Three's Company, Alina's brief stint in the classic 1976 TV series Three's Company, the lives and mishaps of three roommates, Janet, Chrissy, and Jack, provided endless laughter for viewers. However, there's an interesting twist in the show's history that involves another roommate, Alina. Before Jack Tripper moved into their Santa Monica apartment, Janet Wood and Chrissy Snow shared the space with another roommate named Alina. Portrayed by Marion Black, Alina made a single appearance in Season 3, Episode 5, titled Alina's Return. Alina's character, while short-lived, adds an intriguing layer to the dynamic of the show. Unfortunately, details about her character and the reasons for her departure remain limited. The one-episode appearance left fans curious about what could have been if Alina had stayed longer. The show's storyline primarily revolved around the trio of Janet, Chrissy, and Jack, but Alina's brief presence adds an interesting footnote to the history of Three's Company. In 1984, the TV series Three's Company came to an end with a special final episode. This episode marked the beginning of the 1984 to 1985 season and served as a lead into its spin-off, Three's a Crowd. This move was an attempt to maintain the show's popularity and keep the audience engaged. The transition to the spin-off marked a significant moment in the history of the series. The 1980 to 1981 season was a challenging period for the cast and crew of Three's Company. Suzanne Summers, who played the character Chrissy, demanded a substantial salary increase and part ownership of the show. When her demands were not met, she frequently failed to show up for work. In response, Ritter and Joyce DeWitt, who portrayed Jack and Janet, respectively, refused to work with Summers any longer. As a result, Chris's character was written out of the season, except for brief tag scenes at the end of each episode. These scenes depicted Chrissy visiting her family and calling Jack and Janet on the phone. To avoid any contact with Summers, these scenes were filmed early in the day, before Ritter and DeWitt arrived on set. Near the end of the season, Suzanne Summers was fired from the show, and Chrissy was never seen again. This behind-the-scenes drama had a significant impact on the series and the relationships among the cast members. Kline, known for his role as Larry Dallas, initially made a one-time guest appearance on the show. However, due to his chemistry with Ritter, the producers decided to make him a recurring character. Eventually, Kline became a regular cast member, contributing to the show's success. These events shed light on the challenges and changes that Three's Company faced during its run. From spin-offs to cast disputes, the show's history is marked by interesting twists and turns, making it a noteworthy part of television history. In 1976, the TV series Three's Company burst onto the small screen, becoming a hit with its humor and memorable characters. Among the show's notable moments, one stands out. Norman Fell and Audra Lindley, who played the Ropers, made a return to the series a year after their own spin-off, The Ropers, was cancelled. This was a remarkable reunion, adding a familiar touch to the show. This particular episode also marked a significant change. Suzanne Summers, who portrayed Chrissy Snow, did not appear in it. Her absence was due to her firing from the series. It was a turning point for the show's dynamics and the beginning of a new era for Three's Company. As for the show's signature opening and closing credits, they featured scenes shot on the beach in the first few seasons. Interestingly, this wasn't initially planned. The producers decided to do it last minute at Venice Beach. They even obtained the iconic shot of Jack Tripper riding his bike by going on the roof of a Venice shop owner, who allowed them to use it for $100. This impromptu decision gave the series a unique and iconic touch. And in 1982, Lucille Ball, a devoted fan of the show, hosted a retrospective titled The Best of Three's Company during the 5th season. This was a rare move for the legendary actress, as it was the only show she ever did this for. Her involvement highlighted the popularity and impact of Three's Company during its run. These moments in the show's history showcase how Three's Company managed to stay fresh and engaging throughout its run with memorable characters and unexpected twists. It remains a classic in the world of television, with its own share of unique and unexpected stories. As we draw the curtains on this journey through the timeless charm of the 1976 TV series, Three's Company, I invite you to reflect upon the unique connection you may have forged with this classic sitcom. From the hilarious misunderstandings to the quirky characters, Three's Company has been more than just a television show. It's been a source of laughter, camaraderie, and relatable moments that have transcended the years. Think back to those moments when you found yourself laughing out loud, or perhaps when you empathized with the characters' endearing, yet sometimes absurd, predicaments. Did you have a favorite character whose antics never failed to bring a smile to your face? Or maybe you saw a bit of yourself in Jack, Janet, or Chrissy as they navigated the intricacies of their comedic cohabitation. We'd love to hear your cherished memories, stories, or insights about Three's Company. What made it special to you? How did it touch your life or perhaps help you through challenging times with its humor and wit? Share your thoughts and let's celebrate the enduring appeal of this remarkable show together. Thank you for joining us on this trip down memory lane and for sharing your experiences with us. Your personal connection adds depth to the legacy of Three's Company. It's been a pleasure having you here, and we look forward to reading your reflections.